Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. This is actually the first video with Marilyn. Now, Marilyn is a 2004 Chevy Suburban Z71. We bought Marilyn. Actually, my wife told me to buy Marilyn, believe it or not. We were looking at Marilyn, and we were looking at the Avalanche, Jeff, for Steven, for the little big dummy. The OG big dummy's behind the camera, actually. And this belongs to the OG big dummy. What happened was we looked at this one, and we looked at the Avalanche for the little big dummy, and the little big dummy went with the Avalanche. So we came home, told my wife, yeah, we bought the Avalanche for the little big dummy, and she said, well, why don't you buy the Suburban too? So how do you turn that down? So we bought the Suburban. Now, we bought this over winter break. The big dummy was home.
We brought it on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday?
Drove it 500 miles on Friday.
Yeah. So we bought it on Wednesday. We bought it from a guy that we knew. So I asked him, I says, is it reliable enough for my son to take it home to Virginia? He lives in Virginia. And he said, yeah. So we got it. We washed it, changed the oil, put the tires from Barry White, the tires and wheels from Barry White on it because they were in better shape. And he drove it 500 miles 2 days later back to Virginia. And he's been in Virginia, and it's now June. So from, what was that, like January? Were you here for New Year's?
Yeah, like the 6th.
So it was right after New Year's. So right after New Year's, he went down to Virginia, went home, and he's got 2 weeks off from work, so he came back to New York, and we're going to do a little maintenance on it. Shocks, lube the front end, and we're going to do another oil change. He really hasn't put a ton of miles on it, but it's been 6 months. So oil change, and we're going to do shocks because it's a little clunky in the suspension. He said it rides great. I just hear that little clunkiness, and I know the shocks are probably shot. How many miles does this thing have on it? Like 160, 170, 180, something in that range. It's, for the most part, we bought this from the original owner. The original owner's son-in-law is the one we bought it from. So it was kind of in the same family, and he only had it about a year from the OG. So I'm going to pull this wheel off, and it is filthy because Robbie drove home late at night, and he's got like bug everywhere. This thing needs a real bath when we're done with this. Maybe you could bathe it over the weekend here. But Robbie will give you a little once-over walk around while I get the wheel off. We're going to do front shocks today, and we got them from that guy Bill again, Bilstein, or Steen. So down on the lower shock bolt, 21 millimeter, put a wrench on the bolt itself, and hopefully we'll be able to impact this nut right off. Everything's pretty dry. It's kind of like surface rust. Not horrible. It looks actually pretty good under here. Alright, so that nut came off fairly easy. I'm not going to stick that through. We do have the suspension drooping right now. Got it up on jack stands, so we can bring the jack under here to make it easier for the removal of the bolt to take some of the tension off. But now that we got the bottom one off, we're going to come up here on the top, and we got to get that guy off. That looks like it's going to be could be a 9/16, could be a 14 or 15 millimeter. It's somewhere in that range. Yeah, these don't look like the original shocks. I think the original shocks on a Z71 were Bilstein shock or Bilstein, that were rebranded GM, but they were still the blue and yellow like the Bilstein. So we're gonna see if we can get our wrench into the wrench. 14mm fits. 14mm fits on this one, nice and snug. Let's see if we can get the box in. No. The open end of the 14mm fit nice, but the box end won't go on there. So let's go. Is it a 15 or a 9/16? I bet it's a 9/16. And go with a 9/16. That fits on there nice. And I'm gonna use another one for leverage, and I'm turning the wrong way. So we're gonna go this way. Alright, and the shaft is spinning, which we figured it would. They always do. So the shaft is spinning. So we want to get something on that. And I am just gonna use these needle nose vice grips. On there, like so. And now, the last time I did one of these was on Jeff, and it snapped right off, which is great. So if this snaps, I'll be happy. Come on, baby. Oh, look at that. It's turning. It's actually turning. So let me now, what are we using, a 9/16? So, being it's turning, we'll take the ratcheting wrench, so that we're not here all day. Probably should have sprayed some lube on it. It didn't look that rusty, so I didn't spray any lube. I usually lube them down really good. That freaking time. There we go. Okay. Whew. We got our top washer, which new one, and a top rubber, but new ones are gonna come in the with the new shocks. Take our vice grip off, and then this should be pretty loose. So down here on the bottom, we can slide the bolt out and lift the shock up and pull it out like that. Now this shock, it's got pretty good downforce because I can't do it. It didn't have a bouncy ride in the front, but it did have a little clunkiness to them. It could be the rear shocks that will clunk them. We're doing all four because no maintenance records whatsoever. Even though we knew who we bought it from, no maintenance records. Front brake pads are in great shape. They look like they're brand new. Rotors are nice. So that's good. So we'll get our new shock ready to go. So, you know me, I like a little lube. So I'm going to put a little lube on the shaft here and a little lube on the first washer. And the first washer is going to slide down like that. And then I am going to lube the rubber bushing like that. And the flat part of the rubber bushing is going to go down onto the washer, and you have the shouldered part that goes up through the mount on the vehicle. So I'm going to give that a smear as well. Get the whole shaft here this way. It's not going to rust up because, you know, New York at Russ, being this car is living most of its time in Virginia, he doesn't have the brine on the roads like they do here where he is. He's pretty much in South Central Virginia, right?
In the
Consider
mountains.
Lynchburg. To the mountains, west. All right, so we got it just like that. And now we should be able to, so actually, before I do that, I want to take a little lube, because I'm lube crazy. And I want to lube right both sides of this rubber bushing to give it a little protection from the elements. Nothing crazy. And you could use any grease. I'm using Supercoat white grease, because that's what I use. I'm going to fish this in, try to on the opening, and we're going to flap that right on like that. Now, with it loose, I can take my OE bottom bolt and I'm going to lube the threads and the shaft of the bolt. The shaft, I said lube the shaft, just so that there's no rust issues. And I'm going to slot it up. Take my nut, and I'm just gonna start my nut on so I know that I have good thread engagement by hand, just to hold it in place there. Now, up top, I'm gonna have another bushing up top. The shoulder part goes down into the larger hole in the upper shock mount on the vehicle, and then the flat top will go up and the washer will go over, and then the nut will go on top of this. The lubing is unnecessary. It's a step that I take. I lube everything that I do around here to make it easier for the next guy. You know why, Robbie?
Why?
Because the next guy might be you, meaning me. And now it's got a nylon locking nut. Size the nylon locking nut is on these Bilsteins. Oh, it's bigger. Bigger. It's like a 16 or a 17 millimeter. So let me go get another wrench. So it's a 17 millimeter nylock nut. So I'm gonna reach up here. I'm gonna start to thread it in. I want to find the opening so that both bushings are in the opening before I start tightening. And actually, what we should do is compress this a little bit so I could get it, have it nice in the opening and it won't fall out of the way. So I'll take the jack. Make sure my top and my bottom are in the opening, those shoulders that are on the bushings, and I'll hold it like that, and Robbie will jack it up. Good. So now that he just brought it up a little bit, maybe a half an inch, and now you can see it's pushing up where I had the nut. My upper shaft is spinning. Okay, so what's happening is I'm trying to tighten it, but the shaft is spinning. So the shaft does have a flat in the tip of it where there's no threads. So what you do there, take your vice grips, and you want to put your vice grips right on the flat part of that shaft, not on the threads. Now, you're actually going somewhere instead of the shaft spinning. Okay, now that it's getting down to the seated position, I want to make sure that the shoulders of the rubber are in the groove, which they are, because we jacked it up. Okay, so now everything is seated. So what I want to do is I want to load the suspension just a little bit as if it was sitting on the ground before I make my final tightening, and we can do that just by giving it another pump of the jack, knowing that there is upward pressure on the shock. So go ahead, Robbie, hit the jack one more time, 1 or 2 pumps. Good, that's good, good. Good means you don't have to go anywhere. All right, so Robbie gave the jack a pump or 2, which brought the suspension up and loaded the suspension, so now I can actually do my final tightening on this. And it's a lock nut, so all you're going to do is tighten it so that you get a little squish in the bushing. You can see how it's starting to squish out around the washer, and that is plenty tight like that. So now I can pull my vice grips off, take my wrench off, and go down to the bottom bolt, right down there. I could grab my 21mm wrench, put it on the bolt side, through the opening in the control arm, and my impact on this side, and give it a good tighten. And this side is done. This side's done. I can throw the wheel on and be done with it. I am going to take some time to hit all my grease fittings with lube, being I got it here. We didn't do it the last time. We did maintenance on it, which was, like I said, all we did was change the oil. So we changed the oil the last time. The tires were rotated from Barry White onto this in the normal rotation, how you would rotate it, front to rear, fronts crisscross back to rear. So we rotate every other oil change. So this oil change we're not going to rotate, but we're going to lube. Next oil change we don't have to lube, but we'll rotate the tires. So I'm going to lube. I'll get this wheel back on. The same thing on the other side, and I'll be with you as soon as I'm done. Alright, so we got the other wheel off, shock on, same as the first side. Lubed up his front end, and the front's buttoned up. All we really got to do now is, for the big dummy, we got to do the back shocks, and what we're going to do, change the oil. Change the oil, back shocks, and he's good for this trip home for his maintenance, but it's filthy, so he's got to wash it. We'll link everything we use in the description below, and as always, thanks for watching.